News Channel 5 on your side presents Kaleidoscope, focusing on people who make a difference in Northeast Ohio communities.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the broadcast today. Black Professionals Association Charitable Foundation hosts its annual scholarship and awards gala Saturday, November the 5th. Board President Ron Johnson and board member Kenneth Hale are both here to share more with us about that event. Then the president of the Renee Jones Empowerment Center, Renee Jones, and board member and volunteer Carla Carter Lovejoy will be here to talk about a fundraiser to help victims of human trafficking. And on the broadcast after that, the president and CEO of the Urban League of Greater Cleveland, Marsha Maccabee, and the board president of the Urban League of Cleveland, James Myers, will tell us about the annual Equal Opportunity Day luncheon. Good afternoon again, everybody. I'm Bibb. This is Kaleidoscope, and so we begin. Beginning with two good men here, two good friends. Ronald Johnson on the left, he's president of the Black Professionals Association and Charitable Foundation, and Kenneth Hale is a member of the board of that organization. Good to have you with us.
Thank you.
Yeah, refresh my thoughts on this. Our audience's thoughts on what the Black Professional Association Charitable Foundation, what it is, what it does.
So our organization has been around for quite some time. The foundation itself was started back in 1985. Our sole mission is to send young people from Northeast Ohio off to college. We raise money, provide scholarships, help our young people create their professional networks so that we can help grow our Black professional community right here in Northeast Ohio.
And this is a prestigious award, Kenneth. This is big time in the city of Cleveland, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Probably since 1991, we've been bestowing the Black Professional of the Year honor to one individual that demonstrates the excellence and the tenets of scholarship, education, and leadership.
And, of course, you gave me this award in 2014, and I'm deeply indebted to that. We've got photographs of all of that at our house, and we are deeply appreciative of what the BPA did for me in November of 2014. Yes, doesn't seem like 2 years ago, but But we're getting ready for 2016. Who is the person this year?
So this year, we are proud to recognize Dr. Alex Johnson, who is the president of Tri-C. Dr. Johnson is an amazing educator, an amazing administrator, and has done great things under his leadership to help advance education in Northeast Ohio. And education, again, is what we're all about.
Right. And Kenneth, he has really distinguished himself, and we've got a photograph, I think, of the brochure that goes out. But we can put that up if we can. He has distinguished himself, hasn't he, Kenneth?
Oh, he has, certainly. Actually, Dr. Johnson has resided in our area twice in his life, two eras in his life. In the early 90s, he was the Metropolitan Campus president at Tri-C. Then he went away for a couple of years to lead some other universities around the country, community colleges, and then he came back to Northeast Ohio, and he's our president at Cuyahoga Community College. A man of distinction, a man of integrity. He really cares about our community as well.
Yeah. Now, as Ron said just a little bit ago, all of this benefits scholarships. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so we know that education is the empowerment path for young people, and too often it's the resources that keep young people from aspiring to college and graduating from college. So our scholarships are very instrumental in helping young people to stay in school and then graduate from college as well.
So that's the goal. That's the goal, is to help kids. So this is a fundraiser.
This is a fundraiser. Yeah. Yes, it is.
So everybody's saying, now, how can they get to Executive Caterers at Lander Haven on November the 5th that evening? How do you get in touch with the ticket process?
Well, there's a couple different ways. The first, you can go to our website, which is www.bpacf.org. We've got plenty of information about the gala, but then you can also learn about our history and see who our past honorees are. You can also contact the office and give us a call at area code 216-229-7110, and someone from the office can provide information as well.
We've got that number and that email, that website on the bottom of the screen. You might want to write that down. It's November the 5th at Executive Caterers at Lander Haven. That is in Mayfield Heights. It's a wonderful, wonderful event. I mean, it is a thoroughly, Kenneth, entertaining event. Certainly for me to be getting the award, but not only and 2 years ago, but it's entertaining when I'm there and I'm not getting the award, when others are getting the award.
It's first class, Leon, and we like you did 2 years ago, you represent excellence in your profession. So each year we kind of struggle because we have so many talented professionals in our community to identify one who will be celebrated that year.
What I'm so impressed with this, Ron, is that this has been going on now. This is the 36th year of this event.
That's right.
And this has just held on and grown. How do you keep that going? What's your thought process to keep this going?
Well, when for the foundation, the predecessor to the foundation was Black Professionals Association, and that was an organization that was really created to enhance professionalism within the Black community. You start recognizing people for the work that they do, and so part of our mission through this gala is to continue to recognize excellence, to expose our young people to what the possibility looks like. We also showcase our scholars, and we help create connections. So what we want our young people to see is the path. And it's all about professionalism, both in business as well as in the community.
And it's good for the young people to be there, for kids to be there, because they're inspired by this, aren't they, Kenneth?
No question. What we want to do is model the way for young people, provide the images and visions for them. And also we want to be there to provide support as well. We have a wonderful board of trustees that meet on a regular basis, and they take this role seriously in creating these wonderful opportunities.
Absolutely.
Okay. And so ticket prices, or you want to talk about the ticket prices a little bit, Ronald?
Yeah, so, you know, this is a fundraiser. So we have a VIP ticket of $300. The general ticket is at $150. We do encourage our young people to attend, so our scholars will attend. We have sponsorship opportunities. If you want to support us but you're unable to attend the event, we have patron ad opportunities. All of that information is available on the website. We certainly would encourage everyone to participate. And if you can't do any of those things, we still encourage participation. Raising these funds are critical. For many of our scholars,
Right.
they're still first-generation college students, and at the end of the day, and as what Mr. Hale said earlier, this is the empowerment pathway, and so this is really all about our young people.
It's all about something wonderful. The Black Professionals Association Charitable Foundation. Once again, November the 5th, 2016. That's going to be at Executive Caterers at Lander Haven in the evening time. The phone numbers and the website are on the bottom of the screen. And we're saluting Dr. Alex Johnson, president of Cuyahoga Community College. Many thanks, gentlemen, for being on the broadcast.
Thank you very much
for the invitation.
You know you're getting a check from me.
And we will see you hopefully on November.
You will see me. I will be there. God willing, I'll be there.
All right.
I'll take a break. I'll be right back in just a moment. We're going to talk about fighting human trafficking right here in the Cleveland area after this. Welcome back to more of Kaleidoscope. Always glad to have you with me. The Renee Jones Empowerment Center will host its annual Project Red Cord Gala Saturday, November the 5th. The event raises money to assist with the programs to help victims of human trafficking. President Renee Jones is here, along with board member Carla Lovejoy, to tell us more about this. Renee Jones on the right, Carla Lovejoy, board member on the left. Good to have you both with us. Renee, let's begin with you. What does the Renee Jones Empowerment Center do?
The Renee Jones Empowerment Center offers services to victims and survivors of human trafficking, and that includes a lot of direct services to help these women and girls get their lives back on track.
You started this a few years ago. What made you do that?
It started a few years ago after we started doing outreach to women on the street. And we seen firsthand the effects of human trafficking to women and girls on the street. And that inspired us to expand our program to provide more services for these victims.
Carla, is this a big problem in Cleveland, greater Cleveland?
Most definitely. For some reason, people still think it happens overseas, but it's right in our backyard. Women and young girls are brought to the center. They go through the courts systems, and it just seems like a big cycle. So it's a big problem that Renee has done a great job of fighting, as well as some other organizations in the Cleveland community.
Dealing with all kinds of issues, prostitution, human trafficking, drug abuse is all involved in there as well, right?
Right, abuse, you know, rape, beatings,
So
locker
you try to do something to get their lives back on track.
Oh, definitely, definitely. Trying to get them to see that there's so many great opportunities still available. No matter what you've been through, you can still have a productive and a successful life.
So you got this gala, this fundraiser, which is coming up on November the 5th, Saturday, November the 5th. Tell me about this, Renee.
Well, the gala, it's our 4th annual Breaking the Chains of Gala. Breaking the Chains of Human Trafficking Gala, and it's our annual fundraiser to raise funds to continue to provide these types of programs and services. It's also an opportunity for us to acknowledge those in the community who are making a difference in breaking the chains of human trafficking.
Yeah, and it's going to be Saturday, November the 5th at the City Club, my notes tell me, which is at 850 Euclid Avenue. That's right near the intersection of East 9th and Euclid Avenue in downtown Cleveland. And how can people get in line to get tickets, because this is a fundraiser? We're trying to make some money on this. Saturday, November the 5th, starts at 5 o'clock, goes all the way well into the evening until 10 o'clock. How can people get in line to get tickets?
People can buy tickets on eventbrite.com, and they can also go to our website at rjecempower.org and click on the link, and they'll take them straight to Eventbrite to purchase a ticket.
We've got that at the bottom of the screen. Our control room is right on that, RJEC Empowerment.
Yes.
RJECempowerment.org. You see it at the bottom of the screen there. Or 651-9601. You can get more information on everything we're talking about. Why is this vital to do this?
Oh, it's one of our biggest fundraiser for the year. So this is our great opportunity for the community to come and support, the gala, in which all the funds would go to continue the programs in the community. Renee does some wonderful things, strip club outreach, street outreach, symposiums, conferences, just spreading the word. So we need to be able to continue those programs, and the gala is our biggest effort to raise money.
Renee, how do you go about this? What's the process that you go? She says you go strip club outreach.
Oh, yes.
And your street corner outreach. You're out there. What do you do?
Well, it's important because these are where a lot of the women will be found on the streets. A lot of times they're drug addicted, and the trafficker may just dispose of them on the street. So it's important that we do street outreach for that reason. Strip club outreach is really important because that's one of the places where women and young girls can be recruited from by the trafficker.
So sometimes these young girls, they come in and they don't have any money or something like that, and then they are grabbed and put on the street, put in human trafficking.
Yes.
And we've got to break that chain.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You are impressed with what Renee began some years ago. That's why why for years you've been working with her on
definitely.
this.
I stopped in one day and I haven't left since. That was a few years ago. But definitely, I'm just impressed with the impact that the center makes.
I know that Carla Lovejoy and I worked together on, we did an artistic thing.
Right.
A poetry reading. And,
the monologues.
And monologues, the vagina monologues. That's what it was called. That's what you, but it was about these kinds of instances we're talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, thank you for what you do.
I
do
appreciate
that. So, in our final 30 seconds, Saturday, November the 5th.
November the 5th.
At the City Club, and this is a fundraiser to get women off the street.
Absolutely.
It's $100 tickets.
And to break this human trafficking.
To break the chain, yes.
Men and women out there, you kids
Men
out
and
there.
women.
Exactly.
Out on the street, all right. Well, many thanks, Renee Jones, President and CEO of the Renee Jones Empowerment Center, and Carla Lovejoy, who's a board member. RJECempower.org, more information, .org, or you can go to 651-9601 in the 216 area code. Many thanks, ladies.
Thank you.
Okay. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
I'll take a break. I'll be right back. We'll talk about the Urban League's annual EOD. Like this first. You're in touch with Kaleidoscope. You know, I'm always glad to have you with me. We have been here for years, and we are really deeply appreciative of your being with us for the last 16 years or so on this broadcast. Well, the Urban League of Greater Cleveland hosts its annual Equal Opportunity Day Luncheon early this year. It's going to be in December the 1st, Thursday, a little bit earlier than we had done it. But at any rate, Marcia Maccabee of the Urban League, she's the president and CEO, is here, along with James Myers. He is with, on the board, as chairman of the board. They're good to have you both with us.
Thank you for
It's
having
always
us,
good to
Leon.
always good to talk about this. The
Yes.
Equal Opportunity Day luncheon. You got it. You're all ready for it again.
We are, and it's very exciting this year because we're actually launching our centennial year celebration with this particular Equal Opportunity Day.
Going to be December the 1st, huh?
December the 1st, yeah, December the 1st this time, and because our actual birthday is in the month of December, so that's why we moved it to December this time. And very exciting, Mark Morial is going to be with us to help us to kick off our centennial year.
Yeah. Why is it important, Marcia, to have this Equal Opportunity Day? What are you saying when you talk about Equal Opportunity Day?
Well, Leon, we're saying that it is so important that we have equity in access to all of our systems, that there's diversity and inclusion that is inherent in all of the work we do across all of the different industries that we work in, education, workforce, health, justice systems, that really raising the bar about the importance of equity and equality. And we celebrate that during our Equal Opportunity Day and raise that up.
You've got somebody in the amen corner who said amen to that. James Myers, board chairman. You totally agree with that. That's why you have worked on the board for years, isn't it?
Absolutely. I've been on the board since 2009 here locally in Cleveland, and that's the same time that Marcia took over as the CEO.
And things are going well.
Things are going very well. If you can remember, back in 2008, 2009 were tough times for the economy. A lot of companies and a lot of organizations didn't make it and pull through those times. We hunkered down and we made a lot of tough decisions. And we pulled through, and now just as strong and as viable as ever.
Urban League's been around about 100 years now.
100 years.
Nationally.
Nationally. Next year is our 100-year anniversary here in Cleveland.
So what does that say about the work of the Urban League?
That says that the work of the Urban League is very much needed. It's very viable in the community. We're committed to it, and we're going to continue to do that and take care of the community here in Cleveland. And we appreciate the community support as well.
You've got the national president coming in for the Urban League, so everybody's going to be on their P's and Q's.
That's right.
But Mark has been here before,
he has,
and we know and we love Mark.
We do.
Tell me about Mark Morial.
So you know, some things about Mark that I think a lot of people don't know is that he's been recognized as one of the most 100 most influential Black Americans by Ebony magazine, and one of the top 50 nonprofit executives by Nonprofit Times. And so he's a stellar leader in the Urban League movement and has helped to take our movement very far. And he promised me that when we decided to move Cleveland forward and move this affiliate ahead, that he would be there to support us, and he's kept his word. He's done that.
So what can people do now? Because this is a fundraiser. This is a major fundraiser, probably one of the major. What can people do to get in line to get tickets for this?
To get in line, our tickets can be found on Eventbrite. You can also go to the website, www.ulcleveland.org, or you can call the local Urban League at 216-622-0999.
Yeah, we've got all those numbers and websites on the screen right there. This is vital to you personally, isn't it, James?
Absolutely.
I mean, you don't have to do this. I mean, you've got enough to do in your life.
Absolutely.
You don't have to be the board.
You're absolutely right.
So what keeps you in this?
The passion for it, and the people that I work with, I enjoy doing it. I do have corporate support from my company, the company that I work for, but it's more of a personal gains, just working with great people like Marcia. We have a very strong board, and it's just seeing the good results that we have here in the community.
What do you envision for the coming years for the Urban League?
My vision for the Urban League is to continue to grow strong and stronger, continue to help the community, and to reach out more and more into the community and help in all elements, education-wise as well as employment.
Yeah, and Marcia, that's always been the role of the Urban League going back 100 years. That's what it was all about when it got started.
Absolutely. And certainly as we go into this next century of operation, we want to make sure that we remain relevant, and that we really find ways to bridge across generations, because that's been the strength of the Urban League also in the past, and make sure that we're involving everyone in the community.
Yeah, so we want the community to show up. Certainly
Yeah.
the corporate world shows up.
Yes.
And individuals show up, too.
And you show up.
Yeah, I'm sure. I figured you'd bring me in.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'll be there, doing whatever you want me to do.
RMC
I'll sing a
as
song,
always.
or I'll be master of ceremonies,
okay.
or I'll wait tables, whatever you need me to do.
Okay, thank you.
It's always fun. Okay, we're going to take a break right now, but we do appreciate James Myers and Marsha Maccabee of the Urban League of coming by. So, once again, it is going to be Thursday, December 1st at East 6th and St. Clair. That's at the Westin Hotel. That's where we're all going to gather. So, we'll talk a little bit about that after we do this first. I'll be right back. Our last segment we call the Morning Exchange, because we are always joined by Marsha Maccabee of the Urban League, who has commentary always in the last segment. And, of course, James is staying with us as well. Once again, I just want to say that event that we're talking about, the EOD luncheon, Annual Equal Opportunity Day Luncheon of the Urban League, is going to be at the Westin Hotel in downtown Cleveland, Thursday, December the 1st. The Westin is right at East 6th Street in St. Clair. Okay. What do you think?
Well, we want to make sure that we talk about our sponsors, Leon, because we couldn't do such an event like this without our wonderful sponsors. And that includes KeyBank, PNC, First Energy, and Dominion. Those are our lead sponsors. We have other level sponsors, but those are our lead sponsors for that luncheon on December 1st.
Okay. What else is on your mind today?
Well, James and I are excited about something that's coming up the weekend of October 23rd. We all know, I've been talking every week about the importance of voting. And it's so important that we have a national Get Out to Vote bus tour coming here in Cleveland. It's going to include Mark Morial. It's going to include Reverend Al Sharpton and Cornell Brooks from the NAACP. And they're all coming to Cleveland because in Ohio, and they're doing other rounds in Ohio, they want to make sure that Ohio is a strong state with the Get Out to Vote, because we have so many young people who are saying they're not going to vote. And we've got to influence that. We've got to encourage and give a good education to those young people to make good decisions.
James, you've heard that old phrase, a voteless people is a hopeless people.
That is,
and we don't want to be hopeless.
That's
Absolutely.
right.
None of us in America. This is all what it's about.
That's right.
Absolutely. And it's ironic they chose Cleveland for the kickoff. Just shows you how important, how viable Cleveland is as a city and Ohio is as a state. So we're going to kick that off that Friday, the 21st, here in Cleveland, down the street at the National. We're going to go get out the vote and get everybody motivated to make sure that they vote. We only have one vote, and we have to use it.
Yeah. So we've got 30 seconds remaining. You're asking people to join you on this event.
Absolutely. It's a nonpartisan. We're going to be, we're actually organizing the events as we speak now, but there will be, as James said, there will be the press conference at the Urban League that morning of the 21st. There'll be a community sort of activity, probably a public square somewhere, and then some churches and some community engagement.
A lot of people involved.
Yes.
That's going to do it for us. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
James Myers, Marsha Maccabee of the Urban League.
This has been a presentation of News Channel 5's Kaleidoscope, a weekly public affairs program brought to you in partnership with the Urban League of Greater Cleveland.